What are some of the best things that you can wear with jeans? The short answer is you can wear just about anything that you want, but let me dig in a little deeper and actually show you some examples using some of the most common colors of denim like blue, gray, and black. Now, I might also throw in a few other colors like terracotta, tan, and off-white just to mess around. But first up, the good old blue jeans. I'm picking a nice middle-of-the-road pair of blue jeans that isn't too dark and isn't too light. They fit really well and they don't have any major distressing like a bunch of rips and tears. Now let's start with a simple t-shirt and sneakers. Even though I guess I'm not much of a t-shirt guy, I do respect that it's obviously a pretty common look in today's casual society, so I'm going with a black t-shirt and white sneakers. Now another option would be black sneakers or maybe even some like black or dark gray boots. Now maybe from there you want to go with another layer. No problem. Grab a lightweight sweater and maybe even a bomber jacket and you have a pretty basic look that's also nice and clean. It's not complicated and pretty much anybody can pull it off. Now because I'm not much of a t-shirt guy, I generally prefer something like a Henley or a polo shirt. Just something that's just a little more elevated that doesn't look like pajamas. So here I'm going with a darker shade of jeans and a blue Henley. Now this looks very similar to the last look with the t-shirt and jeans, but in my opinion, I think this just looks a little more intentional and a little more elevated. It just seems to have more class than just going with a standard t-shirt. All right, now let's dress things up just a little bit. Once again, going with a dark wash pair of jeans and a dress shirt and a casual pair of dress shoes. Throw on maybe a suede bomber jacket and you are good to go. Now, if you want to do something a little different, go with a long sleeve polo. I'm filming this video in November, so the long sleeve polo just seems appropriate. And also, if the kind of shoe I'm wearing isn't your thing, just go with a nice pair of brown boots. And if you haven't noticed, there's one style move that I'm doing that can be kind of a big deal. And if you haven't spotted it, it's okay, but it's matching my sock color to the color of my pants. Now, it doesn't have to be like this perfectly perfect match or an exact match, especially if you're wearing jeans, but it should be still pretty close. And my number one sock of choice are these, as always, from Straight Up Socks. These are basically all I wear, and my entire sock drawer is full of these. Now I've got a bunch in solid colors like this, and I've got some in Argyle as well. And now they have expanded their lineup with some all-new athletic socks. For those of you who are active, these new athletic socks are built to keep up with your every move. Ergonomically contoured for precise fit, these socks are differentiated by left and right foot designs to better match the natural shape of your toes. Zoned cushioning on the bottom of these socks offers extreme cushioning for cloud-like comfort. Mesh vents and advanced hydrophilic fibers work together to wick away moisture, keeping your feet cool and dry during your workouts. I mean, let's face it, we all wear socks on a very regular basis, and Straight Up Socks uses proprietary silicone strips on the inside to keep your sock in place and looking good all day long. Because if you're anything like me, man, I hate always having to reach down and tug up my socks during the day. These solve that problem while still being comfortable and very high quality. This tiny profile of these little silicone strips hold the sock in place instead of having to rely on really super tight elastic because that gets very uncomfortable. These are made with moisture wicking Pima cotton because it resists pilling, it feels amazing, and it always looks nice and smooth. They have a reciprocated heel for a better fit. They also have smooth toe seams and a reinforced heel and toe for a lot longer wear. Okay, gentlemen, there's going to be a link with the discount code down below in the description. The discount code is only good for a limited time, so if you need to restock your sock drawer right now with some quality socks, these are absolutely what you need. So hit that link and go grab yourself a few pairs today before time runs out. Okay, one more look with blue jeans before we go ahead and move on to a few other colors. And of course, you guys probably knew this one was coming, and it's to wear a sports jacket. It's elevated, but it's also sort of casual cool because the jeans just keep everything nice and grounded. I mean, you don't look too serious, you're not too buttoned up, but you're polished, you're mature, and you're put together. Let's try a few looks with light gray denim. So one of my favorite combos is going with a fitted black sweater. Gray is super versatile, so you can wear just about any color with it that you like, but I tend to gravitate towards darker color shirts. You can go with white sneakers to keep things super casual, or you can even go with like a gray or a black boot. Another option is a pair of brown shoes with maybe a nicer shirt. You can also add some layers with a quarter zip sweater or even a cardigan. If you want to keep things more casual, just start with the plain t-shirt as your base layer, but then add your sweater of choice on top of that. All right, now these are the closest thing I have to a pair of black jeans, so they're just gonna have to work for today's video. All right, so generally for me, when I wear specifically this pair of jeans, I usually just go all black. I don't wear these that often, but when I do, I just go with black shoes and a black top. I'll do something like maybe a black sweater, a black jacket, and of course some black shoes. And like I said, it's not something I do a lot, but when I do, this is how I like to wear black jeans. Now let's move on to something a little more interesting like these terracotta jeans. So I think these are great for the fall season because the color just works really well and it pairs up nicely with other earth tones. Now, one way I really like wearing these is with a blue shirt and brown boots. If it's a little bit cooler and maybe you want to do another layer, go with a blue sweater in a darker shade. Now, something else that works really well is a black top and black shoes. Now, if you want to be simple, once again, just grab a black t-shirt. If you want to do something more elevated, grab a black Henley, maybe a black long sleeve polo or a black sweater. You can also go with the black jacket as your top layer. For shoes, black sneakers, black boots are going to be one of my go-to options. Okay, let's mess around with some tan jeans and see what we can come up with. The first thing that comes to my mind is a blue shirt. So go with the blue dress shirt or maybe a blue sweater. Now, olive green is another nice option, so maybe go with a t-shirt as your base layer and then the olive sweater on top. Now, brown sneakers or brown boots would be my choice with this combo. You can also do a monochromatic look with a dark brown sweater and brown boots. And to get all the style points, grab a brown jacket and you basically win. Now let me show you something that a lot of guys might not normally do, but I want you to consider it, and that's off-white or cream colored jeans. So I like creating contrast with some of the things that I wear, and I also like wearing darker colors on my upper half. With these jeans, you can do just about anything you want. You can basically do any type of sweater, any type of casual shirt or dress shirt, any color works. But again, I like to keep the color tones a little bit darker. But if this is something that you're doing in, say, the spring or summer, you can absolutely brighten up those colors. Leather sneakers work, boots work, loafers, just about any type of footwear you can think of. Now, it is kind of a bold look because the pants are quite a bit brighter than something that you might be used to, but again, it's something that you should at least consider and try. Now, something else you should consider is subscribing to this channel if you're not already, and also hitting that like button to let the YouTube algorithm know that I'm still alive. And with that, gentlemen, as always, thank you so much for watching. Live well, and I will see you in the next one.